Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Options Expiration August. This is Neil with Simpler Trading, specifically the Voodoo Mastery within Simpler Trading. And what do we have here? I think what we got here is your typical average kind of OpEx sort of trade, and that is this. You get the quite often we get this push into the Wednesday here. Expiration of OpEx. The VIX goes out. You get a little lack of the persistent strength that was pushing. So Thursday is a little weak, and then Friday, kind of settles right in the middle. And here's an example of that. So we'll go look at the SPY, and you see for today the SPY 644, right? Well, look at the call side over here. You got this stacked pretty 644 by 5, right? It's pretty heavy. And then over on the put side, you got this 644 by 3. So we're stuck right in the middle of that. So you got your, I don't know, call it typical pinning kind of an exercise or whatnot going on there with OpEx. And let's go. Well, and it's certainly not bearish yet, because we did just make yet another new all-time high as recently as last night. Nothing bearish about that. So, but I will take you here and just remind us. I'll get a little in front of my skis here now, if you'll allow me a little leeway, and remind us, this is a weekly chart now, okay, of the SPX. So I'm looking at cash. I'm just trying to focus on RTH data, excluding Globex extremities, that kind of thing. And so what do we got here? We've got weekly chart. We got, it's just nothing but, lower left to upper right, of course. But now, once we get up here at this upper edge up here, we have a reminder, we have that inside range of last week. And I told you this is a setup that is in development and takes a while. Since it's a weekly chart, takes multiple candles, which means in this case multiple weeks. If it was a 5-minute chart, it would take multiple 5-minute candles. But same setup works on any ticker, any time frame, any periodicity. Doesn't matter. It could be an hourly chart, a daily, weekly, whatever. But this happens to be a weekly chart when I noticed this here. Oh, by the way, if I can take us back a minute, I remember seeing this setup leading into the February sell-off, which wasn't a surprise, because at the time we were very much aware that we needed to prepare for volatility on February options expiration. That is historically quite significant. Typical length of time for that is about into at least March OpEx. This one lasted a little longer, maybe 1 week extra or something. But anyway, down it went, February, So here we go. We got the inside range. That means, as I told you last week, this can allow for this to be a higher high and still roll over and be bearish. So what this will mean is we're on notice now that as soon as, but does not have to be, but as soon as next week, if it finishes with a lower high, and it's not an inside range candle, because that would start the whole process over again, but as long as it finishes with a lower high, then the selling, that means that's a setup. Okay, it's a setup. It's a short setup against the high. That's what that means. And the targets would be pretty significantly lower. The targets would be at least down here to 6,100, and maybe even lower, like 6,000. But we have, look, that's getting in front of our skis. All we know right now is this. All we know right now is we're still moving higher. The highest of the high was as recent as last night. That's not bearish yet, clearly, right? And the little bit of softness that we saw today, not much. Look, here's what it did. Let me show you what it did today. it managed to reach down, and oh my goodness, look at the selling. It was it went all the way down to the 5 EMA, the daily 5 EMAs, the low right there. You can see it, right? So in the ES, not a big deal. So anyway, typical. Look, this is still bullish until it's not. We're on notice though now because of last week's inside range. You know it's going to take a bit for this setup to potentially even set up. It's not even complete yet. And by the way, if next week yet ends up with yet another new higher high, well then it would be another week delayed the next week to maybe finish with the lower high before this thing's set up. So we don't know. All we know is we're on the way up. It's making highs. We're on notice that we have an inside range that could start to set up. But as of right now, we went into today. I just showed you. I think it's typical options expiration type stuff, in that you push into OpEx very, very, very often. We talk about this in the room sometimes too. Where you get the week before options expiration. Sometimes you get that low. On the tail end of the week prior to the options expiration. It's called the pit bull. It's an observation dubbed by a guy named Marty Schwartz a bunch of years ago, 20-something years ago. Anyway, and then from there, though, the push up into OpEx. Now, when you get really granular here, you say, okay, up into OpEx, yeah, that's cool, but it's up into Wednesday, the expiration, then it's not like the strength is gone. It's just an absence of that persistent, just absolute, just relentless push that seems to be absent. As then it does this sideways kind of, still bullish, but this sideways kind of thing into the expiration, and that I believe is what we just got, because I just showed you on the SPY. Options chain. We were watching this a couple of days ago saying, oh, that 644 looks pretty interesting because look at the volume and open interest right there. Although it's not crazy stand out, but yeah, that looks like a spot. It's 3x4 on the puts and 4x5 on the calls, which kind of sandwich in the middle puts it about 44, which is where it is. Anyway, so options expiration, and then you want my gut feel on this though? It's not over. It's not over yet. I mean, I don't know. It's probably another couple of weeks of August, and we'll see. But that's, like I say, that's gut. And that's got to do with, I'm looking at just this enormous amount of corporate buyback, and my goodness sakes, they're still at it, and it's persistent, and you cannot fight that beast. That's like standing on the train track with one arm out thinking you're going to be the guy to stop the train, and that's just not happening, right? So, it is what it is for now until it's not. It looks like it's still reasonably underway. We just went through an average kind of OpEx series here. We'll see what next week brings. But we're long, and we don't mind shorting on a 5-minute chart. I mean, we shorted it today. Overnight point of control in the ES was 98. We shorted it. We had an idea that maybe it'll go down to about 70, and it did. But that's not a lot. That's only whatever that is, 28, 30 points, and it's like, not a big deal. But we're long and have been since mid-April, and we're trying to run those. And so we're obviously still bullish, and if I wasn't still bullish, then I wouldn't be long. So that's what I know. That's what I've got. I do hope this helps, and you have a good weekend, good trading next week. Come see us. We're at Simpler Trading. We're in the Voodoo Mastery, and we got all kind of crazy good stuff going on along a big, long book of good names. And even against that, we don't mind selling call premium against it to bring in additional, kind of income. You do slip up and get called away here and there. Like, for instance, Today I will lose CRMD. I will lose that position to cover calls. But you know what? Next week it'll pull back and I'll buy it again. And so, rinse, repeat, right? So, good trading, good weekend. We're Simple Trading. We're in the Voodoo Mastery. Like to see you there. Take care.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me